Hey everyone, it's December 22nd, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with serial killer Scott Thomas Erskine, who murdered at least 2 children and 1 adult beginning in the late 1980s. And that is him right up there, and if it's loud, they're still working on the roof of my building. Can't do anything about it, sorry. Erskine was born in Southern California in 1962 and grew up near San Diego. At the age of 5, he ran into traffic on Pacific Coast Highway and was struck by a station wagon, ending up in a coma for 2 months. After he recovered from the incident, he frequently complained about having recurring headaches and would experience blackouts where he couldn't remember what he had just done. Head injuries are rather common precursors to antisocial behavior, and at the age of 10, he began molesting his younger sister. He then moved on to abusing her friends at knife point and threatening to kill them if they ever told anyone. Erskine was arrested for many small offenses as a teenager and was sent to a juvenile facility when he was 15. He escaped and used a knife to subdue and sexually assault a 13-year-old girl, and the following day a 27-year-old woman. Quickly caught, he was sent back to the facility, being released when he was 18. Erskine was on his way to a job interview as a camp counselor in 1980 when he beat up a 14-year-old boy during an attempted sexual assault. He was arrested and sexually assaulted a fellow detainee in their holding cell. For these offenses, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison, being paroled in 1984. When he got out, he moved to Florida and began dating a woman he met in 1988, getting married and having a son. Unfortunately, his behavior in his marriage was about the same as with everyone else, as he often beat his wife until she eventually left him. Erskine returned to Southern California, where he kidnapped a woman who was waiting for a bus outside his home and held her captive for several days, repeatedly sexually assaulting and beating her before finally letting her go. He was arrested, sentenced to 70 years in prison, and declared a sex offender, which required him to submit a DNA sample to the state of California. In 2001, a cold case was opened in San Diego about the unsolved murders of 2 boys who had been killed in 1993. Police tested old evidence for DNA samples, which were unable to be detected at the time of the murders. They found a DNA match to Erskine, and in 2003 he went on trial for their deaths. He was found guilty of brutally killing and abusing the boys and was sentenced to death. Investigators in Florida also found matches for his DNA at the scene of an unsolved murder of a 26-year-old woman who'd been killed in 1989. He admitted to raping and killing the woman, and investigators also believe he may have been responsible for additional deaths in the Palm Beach area. Erskine was sent to death row at San Quentin, where he died in July of 2020 from COVID-19. His ex-wife appeared in an episode of the TV series Who the Bleep Did I Marry in 2014. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Scott Thomas Erskine, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.